Hello everyone, this is Gorax. In today's video I will show you a Vortex team that can do over 6 million damage on day 1 on Temporal Vortex level 1, as well as over 4 million damage on Temporal Vortex level 2. Let's go! So this is the team I used, right? And since I don't have Ogok, I tried Vikuk. Vikuk doesn't work too well. She is still the best choice if you got her Fenja. And equipment is an issue early on because we don't have access to that much. So, I was lucky to get Enlightenment chest. I didn't care about any stats here because, 78 Enlightenment and 50 comes from the chest. I put Guardian gloves on her as well with just any stats really, right? Just too much set to get extra 50% HP and some attack set on her as well with Enlightenment when I could. As you can see, I got it and I gave her this overheal which will turn into shields. So I wanted to do that for Fenja. I used Fur Buff as a tank with Horn to boost the damage, and again Guardian equipment with Inquisitor, so I get the extra accuracy. We need like 50 accuracy to hit, right? So that's why it was important to hit it. And now the Enabler and Defense Down, Whisk. I used this equipment on him. Didn't really care about the stats, truth to be told. I just wanted extra accuracy on the pieces, and since I got it here, I wanted to match a set to get 15% extra attack. And as you can see, we got over 50 accuracy. This is what was needed. So yeah, quite good. I didn't need to use the accuracy equipment. I had enough on the pieces. And the second enabler slash damage dealer, Dargo. And if you run Dargo, you might as well abuse Rascal Slingshot. So as you can see, I built Dargo with Slingshot, which gives us 6.5 attack per accuracy. And I built him with 125 accuracy. That is over 700 attack for him. It's amazing. It's amazing, and you will see how much damage he can do. And I didn't even have to buy that artifact, that legendary artifact. That legendary artifact will be later better because it will help me to increase the corrosion I am doing, and I'll get it. And as you can see, I didn't really care about the items. I mean the substats, because I don't have much choice, right? But 80 accuracy here, that is already a lot of attack. So you can purchase those in multiple areas. I was supposed to make a video about that, but someone else was supposed to do it, didn't release it yet, so I'm waiting. And then our main damage dealer in theory, Rook with his exclusive artifact and as much attack as possible. We can't really utilize the crit damage we get from this artifact due to really low crit rate, and this is why he's doing a little bit lower damage than we would anticipate. And also Rook's early game has been butchered because the 10,000 corrosion that he had previously has been turned to 30,000 corrosion, which means the other damage dealers like Whisk and Dargo have to do a lot of corrosion damage for us to trigger extra attacks, and they can't at this stage in the game. The later the game goes, the stronger this team will become, and I am dedicated to going daily with this team, despite me ranking lower than I could with my Ice Blast team, just to see which day he pops, okay? Which day is the day where he transitions and gets me going, basically. If you remember from season 1 and 2, the Vortex rank doesn't really matter in the end. It does not, okay? What matters is the Otherworld Exploration, Ardref event, and endgame. So I'm willing to stay within top 20, even top 50 on the Vortex and test it. See when Rook pops. At what point he will pop. I think he will pop once we get a proper epic equipment with proper stats as well, and level 90, so his base stats will be higher, right? I think that will be it. So yeah, the damage, let's play this fight so you can see the damage. I'll like skip it to the end But yeah, you'll see how it works. Let me just walk you through. Oh, before we do that, let's go over the skill timings, because you guys might not know the skill timings for this team. So I've tried 2 different timings. So here, first I've done this and I got like 5.6 million. And the timing here was focusing on healing and shielding, on the ultimate, then the first skill and the single target. But Furbuff died earlier and the team followed after. So I changed these timings into this. Basically moved them, replaced Furbuff's timing with Fenja's, and I'm healing before the AoE, before the 2 AoEs, and I'm putting attack penalty on the ultimate, basically. And this works the best. Now, you might see that I have weird castings, like Whisk at 12, and then Dargo at 12.1, and then Rook at 15, quite late. Yeah, that's because Dargo's ultimate travels for like 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds at least, so it goes like very slow, and you'll see that in fight. And yeah, those timings worked the best for me in my case, and you'll see that in action now. And I'm just gonna go through one rotation, and then we're gonna skip to the outcome, basically. So yeah, Whisk, defense down. Look at these balls, they fly in so slow. So Fenja heals just before this. We got this shield, as you can see, absorbent, and then we proc Rook. And as you can see, there's not enough procs happening there because this is the first rotation, so our corrosion is really, really low on the boss. And as you can see, everyone is doing similar damage. The longer we go into the fight, this will change. But as you can see, this Dargo is doing solid damage, and Dargo is probably one of the best epics added to Season 3, especially for corrosion. I mean, in the early stages, if you put Rook and you put in Sacridia, you will do similar damage to what this team will do. Okay, so here we are, 100 stacks already in, 5.1 million. Okay, so with the timings that I showed you, the team will be taking more damage rather than Furbuff, but it helps us survive at least one more wave. If I remember correctly, on the run that I've done with 6.6 million, Rook died first. He's the squishiest in the team because we built him around damage, similar to Dargo as well. I think like Whisk will survive. He's pretty good. He's good builder. So yeah, rotation is still the same basically, but you can see that even late in the fight, Rook doesn't really trigger that many extra hits, and that's because everyone else in the team is doing low damage. Okay, it's not damage in millions, it's damage in 100,000s. So less corrosion on the boss means less ticks. Also, after the nerf, we require more corrosion on the target to deal this extra damage. So early game, Rook will not be the best to get you the highest ranks, but I am dedicated in going forward and seeing where he triggers, basically, because, you know, I need to make a team, I need to spend this resource, and after 6 days I can't really change much because no more resources. So for now you can test freely, but then you will need that resources. As I said, Rook dies early. We are 150 stacks in already. So no, it's not bad. I wish I had Ogok. That would be better than Fenja, but it is what it is. We're still going strong. After this, we're gonna go and do the same fight on level 2 of the Temporal Vortex, which will tell us how I'm going to do tomorrow. Okay, well, like a base tomorrow. So let's do that just now. So yeah, they can probably survive like another fight. So this is the damage split. As you can see, Dargo 31%, 32 Rook, and 23 Whisk. So it's good. I mean, it's good split between them early game. That shows you that those heroes are not too bad. So level 2, 3 million. That's where we are. 50 stacks. Rook died again. Yeah, okay, so he's dying quickly here because he's squishy. So 3.3 million with the first few tries over 4 million. So a little bit of variance here. So I'll need to run it quite a lot tomorrow. And I can also boost like Rook's stats, but everyone's dying around the same time. So yeah, definitely need an upgrade tomorrow to hit the 4 million, which I did. So I did like 4 million and then 4.4 million. Which is still lower than the Ice Blast in Season 2 on Day 2. I did more than Ice Blast in Season 1, Day 1. But yeah, let's talk about the meta, okay? Let's see my server, okay? I'm rank 15. Let's go quickly over the other players. So this is the guy. Sorry, can't read his name. He was rank 1 on our server before the merge in everywhere, basically. And as you can see, he's using the Ice Blast team. The Ice Blast team is still viable, really good. Early game especially, because, you know, Beldel has crit rate here. So if you got crit rate early on, you can really do a lot of damage. And he's at 50% basically with her artifact as well. For inspiration on Zorak and Shina. Ogok, I mean, I don't have Ogok, sadly. Fur buff as well. So that's the top team. Then another Ice Blast team, as you can see, Beldel with the artifact. Everything else will be similar. So 9 million damage here. CLS member, as you can see, Ice Blast, no Ogok, but Fenja. Oh, and maybe I should get that as well. I don't know. That might be one thing. Then we go Seiji from Minuteman, Wild team, but with Flora. But Flora without the artifact, okay? And still doing well, 9 million. I don't have Snarl. I wanted to run something similar, but without Flora, but with Felicity, but I don't have Snarl. Sadly, I didn't pull him, the only hero that I wanted. And then we have a big, Dauntless team. As you can see, he probably could score way higher, but he didn't bother doing goblins, etc. Low levels, but huge things. And Nastienka, I mean, look at this equipment. He didn't even buy equipment from the shop. Oh, wow. He can really improve. He just needs to go and buy equipment from the shop. 8 million, so we're down to 8 million. Another Dauntless team. I mean, we could say less Whaley, but we have Nastienka with Artifact and Inspiration, and also have Ogok with 3 inspirations. So we're down to here, another Minuteman. That is huge, okay, and this is one of the Minutemen big whales that doesn't really play, but he's got a solid team. This team should be like rank 1, but he didn't bother leveling them. Look at this. So yeah. And we get another wild team Flora with the artifact, but different supports. As you can see, mixed match of supports. Low levels again. I don't know why people do that. They should be at level 70 today. Ice Blast team with 7 million. So we're down to 7 million, and it's mostly dominated by Ice Blast teams. Dauntless team with 7 million. Another Ice Blast team. This is like cheap Ice Blast team. This is something I could build. And as I said, I could do more than I did with my Rook team. But I am dedicated to keeping Rook team here and see where it gets me, okay? I could do this. I could save, because the only thing he's got different here is Zorak. But I'm not convinced about Zorak. If I replace Zorak with Bledin, I'll probably do more, unless he's got... no, he doesn't have that artifact, so that's good. So yeah, something I could recreate. Melee, Ice Blast, again, one of my guild members. And Pau, Rally with Philandor, but no artifact, okay? So if you have Philandor, you can do well. And then we have me with this team, as I said, and followed by Hunter, Ice Blast team. I'll just go over top 20, basically. Pensioner, Ice Blast team, Beldel with the artifact and inspiration. So the potential of this team is higher. I mean, I'm not sure how those two work well together, but this team could do better damage if different supports have been used. Salty, Again, Ice Blast team, let's see. No, is a Beldel team, but without the artifact. And she's actually quite good as well. But I don't see any debuffs that would work here. And we got Sedin, Ice Blast team. Again, Beldel without the artifact. And we have Blood Sample, the last in top 20 with Nastienka. So far, I'm the only one running Corrosion in top 20. And that's why I am dedicated to keep running it. Everyone else will run Ice Blast, they will run Dauntless. And as long as I stay with rank top 40 here, if I stay in this field, I can still rank top 10 at the end. That's what happened last season. I was between 21 to 40 and I ended 4th. I mean, yeah, the competition will be harder now because we have players who want to play, not those who just play Vortex and quit. So it will be harder, and tomorrow a day of adjustments to get over 4 million. I don't think I'll get 8 million, but even if I do get 8 million, we can unlock level 3 until adventure level 25, which will happen quite late, because if we look at day 7, we'll be at 23. So probably like a whole week after. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, please click the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. As always, thank you for watching. Stay safe. Bye!